Okay, so I can't stand sitting and talking. I'm going to stand, and I'm also going to take my shoes off. and then I can I work from home. I never have shoes on when I work, so that was really challenging. So my name is Meg, and I am the executive director at the Autoimmune Encephalitis Alliance. Down is forward, Meg.
Point it at the computer.
That makes a lot more sense.
Or does it not go?
Sometimes they say if you point things at your head, it like...
But if we advance it, try to advance it for you. Let's see. Jill, you want to just advance it from the back?
Yeah, okay, that's cool. So I've been at the Alliance for 3.5 years. The Alliance has been around for 12 years. It was started in Durham, North Carolina, because of two families who both had children with AE. Living in Durham, it's not a big town, it's a rare disease. They actually lived in the same neighborhood in Durham. They were getting treated by the same doctor at Duke University, and they did not know each other. You mentioned Susanna Cahalan. I think it was when Susanna Cahalan's book came out, these two sets of parents went to New York, and Susanna Cahalan is who introduced these two families who lived in the same neighborhood, in the same town. And when they came together, they said, we have to make sure no one else goes through what we've gone through, right? So they wanted to do all of these things. So I'm going to share with you some of the things they've done, if we just move ahead. First, mission, I'm not going to read this to you, but basically a lot of what Sumaira said in the opening session today, we're all about educating physicians, facilitating research, and creating a supportive community for patients, families, and caregivers. So if you have AE or a family member caring for someone with AE and haven't had the opportunity to speak with anyone, you now have a place if it's what you need. The vision, a future in which advanced care could lead to a cure. We're not there yet, but we still believe. Where collaboration between families, clinicians, and researchers serves as a model of efficiency and mutual respect, and where no family member faces this disease alone. I think that's probably, I bet that's I bet this is familiar to you. I think every nonprofit with a rare disease wants the same things. So go ahead to the next slide. The other thing, and it's funny because Sumaira in her slides today had all of these same words in her 4 pillars. We have education. Of course, education is a part of the Sumaira Foundation as well. So the AE8 Cares programming model, all of our programs, we consider these things as probably every rare disease nonprofit does. Go ahead to the next slide. So, our support groups, we have not gone to 12 different cities in the past 2 years or whatever it is and done in-person patient days. We do offer typically 5 or 6 via Zoom support groups a month. And our turnout for our support groups is anywhere from maybe there's 5 people sometimes to as many as 15 people. And we've had a really good turnout. When I first got to the Alliance, I attended, at that point there were 4 support groups. I attended all of them. And I will say, I don't think there was ever a meeting I didn't cry afterwards. And the meetings were lasting anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. Like, I was exhausted. Our meetings have changed a lot. They're 90 minutes. Granted, if we're in the middle of a really good conversation, I'm not going to kick anybody off Zoom, so we might go over a little bit. We do talk about hard things because AE is a hard situation. We never leave without hope. Like, that is a commitment. Even today, the questions that we answered, we ended with, what are you passionate about? What brings you joy? Because, wow, these 3 women sitting here today, there's so much joy radiating out of them, and we've all got that. And we want to make sure that we address the hard things, but we remember there's a lot of joy out there. We also use something called Smart Patients, and if you're interested in it, it's on our website as well, but it's a free online place that you can go, you can join it, and then you can type in a question. You could type in, my daughter, my husband, my whatever is dealing with these things. does anybody know about this with AE? And then people will respond to you. So it's great if you can't make it to support groups, if you just don't feel like talking to people. And there's some good discussions. Sometimes they're not great discussions, so you pick and you choose. But it's a very supportive community, and it's there anytime, 24/7, and that can be really helpful. Go ahead and go to the next one. As far as our support groups, see, now I get to move around. As long as I don't trip, this will be good. On this side, these are all four called community support groups. They have different leads. All of our leaders are volunteers, and they either have AE or they're a caregiver, so they have experience. And the community groups, everybody's invited. If you have AE, if you're a caregiver, if you're a sibling, cool story. One time we had a guy show up to one of the support groups, and at the beginning we do a quick introduction, and he had been dating a girl for several weeks. She had been diagnosed with AE a long time ago, and he just wanted to understand the disease better. What a sweetheart. I never saw him again, but that meeting we were all just like in love with him. What a cool guy. So I don't know how the relationship worked out, but when I say if your life is impacted, join us and ask questions and learn. What we started about 2 years ago is, I don't know the best way to call it, I say they're audience-specific support groups. So twice a month, during the daytime, and I report all meeting times in Eastern time, at 2 o'clock Eastern, twice a month, we have a meeting for individuals with AE. So the only people showing up there are people that I say are diagnosed with AE. They might suspect they have AE. You don't have to show your AE identification card or anything, right? If you think you're going to benefit, we want you there. So you're welcome to be there. And to join any of these, you send me an email, and then I put you on the email list. We also have a group for caregivers only, meets once a month, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. The partners group was really interesting because all of these groups have come out of conversations here where we identified it would be nice if we could go into smaller meeting groups. The partners is when you have a partnership and one of you has AE and one of you is the caregiver. Because that creates some really interesting challenges and discussions. And we say you don't have to both show up, because sometimes the person with AE isn't ready to come to a meeting yet. Sometimes the person with AE is sitting on the other end of the couch because they don't want to talk, but they want to listen. We're really laid back about how we do this. The newest one, for a while, we tried a group that was called Parents with AE. And that people got really confused because they thought it meant that it was a parent caregiver. No, this is a parent that has AE, and typically it was younger parents that were struggling with, I have AE, and holy cow, I have a 2-year-old. That group can make me start to cry if I think about it too much. We did it for about a year, and we didn't have a huge turnout because there's not a lot of people. It's a rare disease. We went way too specific, but wow, it was an amazing group. What these people could connect with and the conversations, I felt so lucky and honored to be there. We realized we needed to go bigger, so that group met, and we thought, what do we all have in common other than you have children? And it's that they're younger, because a lot of our support groups, like the individuals with AE, that last question at the end of the meeting, what brings you joy? So many of them would say, the birds at my bird feeder and my grandchildren, which is lovely. But there was a younger crowd there that was looking for something different. So it's in September that we're starting this one, beginning again with AE, and we're thinking it's not going to be defined by age, but people that have AE, and maybe they were living independently before, and then they had to move home, and they're beginning again. I want to live independently. Or you're beginning again, maybe you were married, and now you're going to have children. So the conversations that would occur at that point in your life, I need to get my career back. I still want to have a career. So yeah, those are our support groups, and I love them all. So you should come to one, please. It's a really amazing group of people. I feel lucky to know them. Any questions about that? time. Well, how long do I have? My time almost up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
My time is up. Just go to the next slide. We do some in-person events, not as many as the Samara Foundation does, and we have a lot of fun. Look at us. Next slide. We have a storytelling library that we've just started. It's very cool. It's only 4 videos right now. You should go there and see that too. Go on. We also have something that's called a provider education series. It's just for doctors, but we record the educational part so you can hear the doctors' conversations when they're teaching each other about the things that they need to know. Next. We also have what's called a clinicians network on our website. So if you're in need of a doctor, you can go in, type in your area, and physicians will come up in your area. I think that's about it. What's next? I'm done. That's what's next.